Hey gang, Space Time Badass here. So recently someone requested that I redo another video because I have jabberjaws and I talk endlessly about things that I could shorten quite a bit, and I said, hey, this makes a lot of sense to me, so I'm going to go ahead and redo an explanation of the technique that I created for lucid dreaming, which is called mild meets wild. Now, with mild meets wild, what happens is you get the experience of a wild with the ease of access of a mild. So for anyone who doesn't know, mild is mnemonic induced lucid dreaming. Mild is mainly centered around affirmations throughout the day and when you go to sleep, so that you get it in your head that you're going to have a lucid dream. This plays off of that sort of strategy only for a wake-induced lucid dream. Wake-inducing, I'm sure you know what that is, but just in case for anyone else who was somewhere lost in YouTube, wake-induced lucid dreaming is going from a wakeful state to a sleeping state. What my technique does, mild meets wild, what this technique does is it allows you to go to sleep normally as you ordinarily would, and allows you to become conscious just as your mind is entering a dream. And thus you wake induce to a lucid dream this way. This will be more in depth in my book that is coming out, that is tentatively titled right now. It's called Beyond Lucid Dreaming, and it's going to be kind of like the Conscious Dreamer's Guide, something like for people who already know how to lucid dream. So you can check that out in other videos that I talk about it. You can follow me on Twitter at Spacetime Badass, that sort of thing for book updates. Anyway, I'd use this cigarette for timing so I wouldn't talk too long, and now it's going out and I'm talking too much. So how do we achieve this wake-induced lucid dream from the tactics of a mild? It's very, very simple. So what we do is throughout the day, after you do your reality checks, I don't want to say do this with every reality check because some people do them more times than once in an hour or do them hourly, and this can really put some strain on your eyes if you do it that often. So do this about every other reality check, assuming you do reality checks hourly. So what you're going to do is, if you press on your eyes, there's a phenomenon for it that I can't think of the name of for right now, but entoptic phenomena actually. So what happens is when you press on your eyes for long enough, and you just kind of wait and apply that pressure, you begin seeing visualizations, closed eye kind of visualizations, and this is because you're stimulating your the nerve cells in around your eye, and so you're seeing these lights and patterns and colors and that sort of thing, like I'm seeing right now. And what you do while you're seeing this, it can take up to 30 seconds to appear. While you're doing this, you use the mild affirmations to this effect. You say something like, when I see this, I'm dreaming. When I see this, I will know I am dreaming. This is a dream. Something like that. Something short and sweet that can communicate to you and to your mind after repetition that when you see these things, you will know that you're dreaming. And so, and I recommend that you do this as well, like once before you go to bed. It doesn't work very well by like the pressing on your eyes doesn't work very well if your eyes are already adjusted to dark as well. And yeah, do it once before bed and just go to sleep normally. And what's going to happen is when your mind enters the hypnagogic state, the lights, patterns, colors, you will wake up from your sleep. You'll not wake up from your sleep, rather you'll become conscious while that's happening and have a higher probability of wake-inducing that way. So it's also made me lucid just as the dream starts, just before the dream starts, when there's already a bunch of stuff going on. It's also made me conscious just as the hypnagogic imagery begins. So you'll have to get used to it a little bit. It's a lot easier because Wild has a whole lot of shit included with it that is just bonkers to ask anyone to do, and everyone has trouble with it, and it's the one that everyone wants to do first thing, and it's a more experienced lucid dreamers technique. So this makes Wild friendly for newer lucid dreamers, less experienced people who just can't get Wild for whatever reason. So that's how you do it. That's how it works. Basically, there's one more thing I want to say. Some people were having issues understanding how to press on your eyes. So do it like this. Take the tips of your fingers. Your nails are upward. You put them in the corner of your eye, right about here. You line up this knuckle. Line up that knuckle with the other part of your eye. And this is with your eyes closed, so it'll look more like this. Line it up as such. And then you take these knuckles that are resting here on the edge of your eye. You push inward, pressure inward, and as well pressure towards the nose. And then you hold it like this. Pressure inwards, again, still inwards, and still inwards this way. And then eventually they will start. So you can't usually do this one right after another. It doesn't really work like that. The nerves kind of get overstimulated and they'll stop doing it for a certain amount of time. So that should solve that problem. Again, this will be in my book, more in depth. I did create this technique. It has helped me and other people that I hear about as well and talk to and work with on all the things that I experiment with. Because I don't just give you guys techniques. I make a technique and then I will make sure that it works for me. If it works for me, I'll check with other people and make sure that it works with them, and then I'm bringing it more to you guys. Another thing is a survey I have going right now. It'll probably be up for a while, actually. It's approaches to lucid dreaming and a little bit on your dream habits with like dream journals and that sort of thing. It's just basically, this survey is going to be used as kind of research for my book. It's going to be a study that I will actually possibly reference in my book. Otherwise, I will have this information from people taking this survey to say that I've done my research and the book and the information in my book is valid for the online community, because that's what I'm writing this book for, is for you guys, for the online community, for all of the people who already really know how to lucid dream but just need a little extra push beyond that, what to do at that point. So there's a lot of good information that I hope to have out in my book here shortly. I've got not very long left to actually write it, but a lot of editing, a lot more publishers to talk to, and that sort of thing. So yeah, again, if you want to follow me, specifically what's going on with my book and when I'm doing things and that sort of thing, you can follow my Twitter at SpacetimeBadass. Otherwise, YouTube, there's links there. I'm going to leave a link for the survey down below if you want to participate and help me to develop my book. And I've already got more than 50, and that happened kind of like overnight. So I'm going to leave a survey down below. If you want to help me develop my book, please check that out. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Again, that was Mild Meets Wild. I am Spacetime Badass.